My name's Marvin Alcorta. I'm from Good Shepherd Ministries. The way I started out was pretty young. I was probably started around 11 years old drinking beer. And I just continued drinking beer. And none of my family hardly never really drinks, but I just liked drinking. And I continued. It was fun, having a good time. And I just continued drinking and drinking. I started getting a little bit older, and it just got me into a lot of trouble. I mean, missing work, uh, getting laid off from work because of my drinking. My mainly thing was my beer substance and smoking weed. I've tried pretty much everything else, but I like drinking. I like drinking from day one, and it just continued, and got worse and worse, and then just my life just started falling apart. And I'm 60 years old now, and I say I've been drinking for at least about 40, at least 40 years, 40 years at least, maybe a little bit more. But eventually, this drinking just caught up to me, and I was playing myself. I was lying to myself, where I would say, "Well, I'm just gonna smoke pot, or I'm gonna just smoke. I'm just gonna drink beer," and everything leads into the same thing, because eventually you'll be drinking and you say, I'm gonna smoke me a joint. I'll be all right." And vice versa on the other, smoking, then I'd end up drinking, and I just continued, kept on, on and off, on and off. I would go to church, I would stay with God for a while, and everything would be changing. And I'd say, I've been off for about 2, 3 months, 5 months. I went up to about 9 months, and I went into the same phase of life. I fell right into that pit, and I just tried. God would get me out of that pit, and He would show me what He would give me, and I would follow Him again, and He would give me everything else. He'd just keep on giving, and all of a sudden I'd fall again, and it continued like that for at least a lot of years. I was going in and out, in and out. So I call it half-assing, because I was only going half-ass with God. Eventually I started feeling guilty on what I was doing. I was hiding from people. I was even hiding from my pastor. I knew where he lived, and he lived right around the corner where I got my beer. So I'd make sure his car wasn't there, and I was like, oh, okay, his car's there. So I would stop and go another direction. And I just continued lying to myself, and lying and getting in trouble. And it all just stems from drinking beer. You might think it's a little simple. Oh, I'm just drinking beer. I'm going to stop. You're going to either go one way or the other. And I finally made up my mind. I was sleeping in the river, beside a river, for a year and a half in my tent. I'd get a job, I'd do good, and all of a sudden I'd go back and drinking and smoking my weed, and everything would just start tumbling down. Every time I left God, that's exactly what happened. It just kept on going and kept on going. And luckily, there was this mission that I was going to, and there was these 2 very nice ladies there. I would talk to them, they'd give me advice, but it went out one ear and it came out the other. Just like everything else. And my priority was going and get a job and buying me some beer or some weed, and it kept on and kept on. And finally, the guiltiness just caught up to me. I just felt guilty every time I opened up a beer, but after about 3 or 4 of them, I was good. That I call him the evil one, which is Satan. He takes control of your life real easy. He knows how to manipulate your mind. He knows how to sneak up on you. He knows everything about you. and he will get you with anything he can. It's a constant thing. If you're not watching for him and you ain't got your shield and your staff and God on your side, there's no way of getting out of it. And I got tired of that, and I prayed to God one day in my tent, laid down my last beer, laid down my last joint, and at this mission, they feed you there. So I was going to go get lunch, and luckily them two ladies were outside. And they said, "Come here, Marv, come here." And I'm like, "Okay, this is you talking to me, Lord. I know it is." So then I went over to them. I said, "What did I do? Did I do anything wrong?" No. They said they had something really nice for me, but they couldn't tell me to go. They could tell me where it was at, and they would help me out to get there. So I said, "Come on, let's go." That was my final step right there. I wasn't gonna do it half-assed anymore. I was just gonna go for it, because I'm tired of living my life. I'm getting a little older. My health, I got to look after my health. I got to, be with my children more. Be with other people. Stop lying to myself. Stop hiding from people. And I've tried a lot of different ways of doing that. I even went to hung around with people that didn't smoke or drink. But they didn't know where I was coming from. They didn't know what I was going through. So I had to make a decision. So these two ladies were there on the corner. And they told me to go to Woodhaven. So I said, "Come on, let's go." So I went to Woodhaven, and I started going to their program. I didn't know anything about AA. Absolutely nothing. I've heard it hundreds of times. "Hey, you should try AA." No, I can do it on my own. I can do it on my own. I'm strong enough. But that just don't flourish like that. That Satan will get you every time. He will, like I said, he will manipulate you, put things in your mind, and you always try to go to the easiest way. And that was the easiest way at the beginning. It's just so easy to just go to pick up a beer or a joint, because once you start, realizing that Satan will realize that too. So he's going to throw a lot more things at you. He's going to constantly throwing things at you. Free stuff, free this, free that, and you'll fall right into it. You'll fall right into the pit. So I went to Woodhaven, started learning some things there. At that point, they didn't have, they had AA, but I said, I'm going to try it. Well, that didn't happen. So I said, I'm going to go to a AA class. So I went there. I didn't really like it. I didn't, there was a lot of things going on in my mind, trying to block things, good things coming from my mind. And I started going more and more, and I started learning more from other people that have been going through my situation, even worse situations. And they've been doing it for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. And even some of them people that have been doing it for 20 years, they still fell off. But they knew how to come back with tools that they have, and to ask people and to ask for help. And so I started doing that. And to me, it was a train of thought. If you don't start thinking the right things and doing the right things, you won't be able to get out of it. You got to have God on your side and start getting your train of thought in a different thinking. You got to do different things, different thinking. Stay with God, keep on praying, go to church, and just keep on in the spot. And it's not easy. And that's what we call work. You have to constantly work at it. And you will never get rid of it, and you will work for the rest of your entire life. But as you get along into the program, AA program, and sticking with God more and more, you'll have more and more tools. You got people you can talk to. You have situations that you'll know that you know how to handle it. If you don't, you can go and ask people. And there's so many people out there that can help you. Always, once you get into that phase, you'll know where to go, what to say, what to do, and ask people. Because there's so many people out there that will help you. And they won't be reluctant at all. They will just plain out just start helping you. And sometimes you'll be like, wow, these people are helping me out. Yeah, that's what the program's all about. Once you start finding out about the program and you'll start getting more tools in your toolbox, you'll start helping people. And you'll know the feeling when you start helping people out. That feeling that you get to help another alcoholic, another drug addict, and then you see them changing, that is a tremendous feeling. It's like I can't explain it. The only way I can explain it is to you, if you find God and you start putting them more in your life, you start having these feelings, these wonderful feelings that will go through your body, and your mind will start changing. But it's all nothing but work, because everything around us involves something or another. You got commercials, you got people, you got stores with beer, you got drugs all around you. You know, no matter what you do, it's going to be around you. So you got to start getting stronger and change that train of thought of yours. It's a very powerful thing once you start having this feeling. So I'm at Woodhaven. I came out of Woodhaven and I went to Good Shepherd Ministries. And that was probably the best thing I did my entire life, other than having my children. That right there, that program gets you motivated. It's always work. Everything you do is going to be work. And I'm going to say that over and over again because it takes work. And like if you're an alcoholic, drug addict, you'll be doing this for the rest of your life. But once you start getting these fantastic feelings in your body and your brain starts working in the right frame of mind, you will get that. You will get it, and then you want to do more and help more people out. You know, and I hope in this, you're watching this, I hope it's helping you out a little bit. Maybe, you know, you can go and ask somebody for help. That's the first thing. Just ask somebody for help. Get out of your situation and go and start asking people for help. Go to AA. You know, and you might not like it the first time, but just keep going, keep trying, keep working at it, and keep going and going. And you'll see things start happening for you more and more. You might think God is like this at the beginning because it takes work. And then eventually, man, God's going to just open it up. And just, once you get to that point, man, He's just going to embrace you. He's going to embrace you, and you ain't going to want to let go because all these things are going to happen to you. And you might fail the first time, but the first thing you got to just remember, God will never close His hands on you. He will always keep them out and bring you in. If you start following Him, He will bring you in and give you things that you don't think you'll ever have. As long as you stay in that focus that you want to get better, and just stay with it, stay with it. You know, you might fall in the pit a couple times. I know I did. You know, but you got to realize that people are out there to help you. And God is always there. He's like right behind you, ready to bring you in. Every step of the way, He's there with you. And so I continue, and I've been there at Good Shepherd now for like 11 months now. And there's so many things that are happening for me. Doors are opening up. He's given me a lot. God has given me so much. Now that the light bulb went in my brain, you know, I know what to do. I know the tools that I have. I know people I can go talk to. And man, but it takes work. If you really, really want it, you can do it. I mean, it's just work. Follow God. Do the 12 steps plan. It's called the AA book. You go follow through with that and get rid of a lot of the dump that you have in your mind. A lot of stuff. You'll be able to get rid of that, and you don't have to even think about it anymore. Just keep going. Don't think about it. And one thing especially, you'll start knowing. You don't have to think about tomorrow. And don't even worry about yesterday. What you have to do mainly is think about one day at a time. Don't think about anything else. If you can just do it today, you're going to have another day. And just think about it. One day at a time, people. I used to think about yesterday and tomorrow, how am I going to line it up? Well, God already has that for you. And you just got to be strong for that day. The day that you wake up, be strong for that day. That day is going to save you for the next day, and keep going one day at a time. Don't think about it, just one day at a time, people. That was my problem, with thinking about everything else. But as soon as I started taking that train of thought, one day at a time, Marv, one day at a time, I can do it. I can do it today. And as you get stronger and you start going to AA and believing in God more and more, that'll come real easy to you. You won't even think about it. You'll just know, one day at a time. I only get through the day, just today. That's and work and work. Keep working at it. You know, it doesn't matter if you fail. You can come back. You can always come back to God and start over again, but take it one day at a time. Take it slowly. Don't rush yourself. Pace yourself. You know, just that one day. And if you're that bad off, take it an hour. Okay, I can do it through this hour. 2 hours. You know, just keep going. If you can make it through that day or through a couple of hours, make it even longer for yourself. Keep going. Keep going. Mainly just work, man. It's tough. It is really tough. But once you start getting into that mind and that train of thought, it starts getting easier and easier. I'm not saying everything's going to go easy. Nothing is easy. That's why you have to keep working. Some days it might be bad. Some days you might ask God for something, and He might not give it to you. But if you keep working at it, it'll come. It eventually will come to you. It will not stop. If you stop and you go off track, then that's when everything's going to hit you all over again. You're going to start all over again. But if you stay on track with this, working at it, and keep working at it, you'll notice, man. You'll notice the difference in yourself and your mind thinking. You don't have to be thinking about, you know, what am I going to have here? What am I going to have here? God's going to give it to you if you keep just working and working and working. And I hope you find God, because He is He is God, and He will give you anything as long as you work at it, people. Don't stop. Please don't stop. Find help. Get yourself straight. That's no life. And if you think God, you know, disappoints you, God's not there to disappoint you. You disappoint yourself. God is not here to disappoint you. He is there to give you love. That's all He's about. He's nothing but love. If you go and start doing your same old thing, that's what you did to yourself. God didn't do it to you. God doesn't do anything but love you. That's what you got to keep saying to yourself. God is going to love me no matter what. But you have to work at it. He's there for you, and He knows what you're going to do. Every second from the time that you were born, He knows what you're going to do and what your life's becoming. So He's giving you a chance to straighten out your life and go to Him. Now, if you start making wrong decisions, that's you. That's you. You can't blame it on God, because He's giving you opportunities, and every single second in this earth, He will give you opportunities. He won't let you down if you just work at it and show Him that you love Him and just praise Him. And He will give you a lot of things. And I hope you find your way. Thank you.